The envelope arrived on a Tuesday, or maybe Monday. Later, he wasn't completely sure. He left it on the kitchen counter next to a charger and an old petrol station receipt that had been sitting there for days. The logo in the corner said Tax Office. He read that part, then turned the coffee machine on. For the first 2 days, the envelope barely moved. He saw it every morning while making coffee. At night, it was still there beside the laptop. Sometimes he shifted it slightly to make space for his phone or a mug. Each time, he told himself roughly the same thing. Later. Tonight. Tomorrow morning. After work. By Thursday, the envelope was on the table. He'd been wiping the counter before a delivery arrived, and absent-mindedly moved a few things around. Now the envelope sat beside a pen with a cracked cap, and a glass with a little water still left at the bottom. He sat down for a minute, looked at the envelope, picked it up, turned it over once, then set it back down again. He had to leave soon, anyway. He'd deal with it later that evening. That evening, he watched 2 episodes of something, then scrolled his phone in bed until his eyes started feeling tired. The envelope stayed on the table. Saturday, some friends came over. Before they arrived, he quickly cleaned the apartment. Mugs into the sink, hoodie off the chair, charging cable into the drawer. He moved the envelope onto the windowsill because it looked wrong sitting in the middle of the table. After everyone left, he completely forgot about it until Sunday morning. It had rained during the night. One corner of the envelope was slightly damp. He rubbed the corner with his thumb for a second, then placed it back on the table, next to a coaster with an old coffee ring on it. The strange thing was how quickly it stopped feeling unusual. It was just there. He walked past it every morning. Coffee, phone, keys, envelope. After a while, he barely noticed it anymore. It became part of the apartment. Like the charger near the outlet. Like the chair with clothes on it. Like the browser tab that's always open, but never clicked again. One evening, he slid the envelope sideways to make room for his laptop. The edge bent slightly against the wall. He didn't notice. That night, he spent a few hours at the computer, replying to emails, watching videos about taxes, then another one about productivity. At some point, he opened a file called My Budget, Final. Stared at it for a few seconds. Closed it again. The envelope was still lying beside him, unopened. He found it again on a Wednesday night in late November. He was looking for an insurance document. The envelope was underneath a takeaway menu from a place he didn't even order from anymore. For a second, he looked at it like he hadn't seen it in weeks. He opened it standing at the table, read the first page, then the second. The response deadline had passed 6 weeks earlier. There was a penalty now. Not a disaster, just enough to stay in the back of his mind for the rest of the night. His coffee was still sitting on the counter, cold by now. He looked at it for a second, but didn't drink it. He slid the papers back into the envelope carefully, left it on the table again, then rinsed the mug in the sink, and stood there a little longer than necessary while the water kept running. Tomorrow, he'd call and sort it out. He walked to the hallway, stood there for a second, like he'd forgotten something. Then turned the kitchen light off.